Hi, this is Anthony. Welcome back to my channel. Well, it's been a good ride for about 6 weeks or so, but I think that it's now time to finish with the discussion of Aaron Smith-Levin's departure from the Aftermath Foundation. I believe at this point everything that's going to be said by both parties has been said, and I've tried to look at what's been said, including by Aaron on other channels, and I've created my own videos that analyze what happened. They have cautioned people not to jump to conclusions, especially if they don't have all of the information that's been publicly made. And I understand that there may be information that's not been publicly made, but I think that by now both parties, but especially Aaron, have put out enough information for us to consider. And it's very clear that they've moved on. And I think that these supporters and detractors of the various parties should do so too. This has now become a dead horse, and there's no reason to keep on beating it. Over the weeks, I've had a number of people write to me and say that I've changed their mind once they've listened to my analysis. I appreciate that because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to look at things as they are. I've stated very clearly in every one of my videos that I don't really think people are villains here. I think that everybody involved is fundamentally a good person working towards what they believe is right. And what they believe is the right thing to do is to destroy Scientology and to help people escape it and get resettled in regular life. Have people made mistakes in the past? Yes. Were some of those mistakes made years ago when they were in Scientology? Yes. Were some of the mistakes made more recently, long after they've been out of Scientology? Yes. Were mistakes that were made post-Scientology the result of having been in a cult? Maybe, but I argue that the likely explanation is humans are acting like humans, regardless of what happened 20 years ago. And the number of well thought out comments that I've been getting from viewers is dropping off because I think by now most people who have seen my videos and now either agree with me or disagree with my analysis, and we understand that maybe we'll just have to civilly disagree and still be friends. The rest of my commenters, by and large, are starting to become more troll-like, or, as I've recently realized, more likely OSA members. I thought that they would be easy to spot, but I think I was wrong. I thought that the comments about Mike Rinder's past abuses and how they should be prosecuted now were genuine concerns from genuine people with a sense of righteousness. Last night I realized that most likely the people writing about those and other similar comments are working for the Church of Scientology. Mike Rinder, whether you like him or not, is working every day to right the wrongs that he perpetrated when he was an OSA. If you can't see that, then you're probably oblivious to a lot of things, but I think that the explanation for most of these comments now is you're commenting on behalf of OSA or the Church of Scientology. There's no sense for me or anyone else to bother any further trying to answer or explain those messages or comments. And some people are just trolls who want to make accusations against me. That's fine, but I'm not going to be party to facilitate your negativity in the world. I want a world where people are as positive as possible. I want a world where the Church of Scientology doesn't exist in the form that it does because it's an extremely negative institution that hurts people. Once the content of my channel no longer serves to push the needle in the right direction, I'm going to pivot. I'll still do Scientology-related content from time to time. I find it fascinating, and certainly there's a lot of people out there that are interested in it. But everything that I could say about the Smith-Levin Aftermath Foundation situation has been said. I've answered every possible question that I can think of, and especially things that people have written to me about. But I think that if you're really interested and concerned about this particular situation, and if you haven't seen all of my videos, then I encourage you to go back and watch them. If you have an open mind and look at things that everyone says, whether it's Anthony R.R. Mills or the Headleys or Mike Rinder or Aaron Smith-Levin, if you think about what is being said logically and you put it into chronological framework and you don't just jump to conclusions, but consider all of the evidence and listen to different people's analysis, then you can make up your own mind on what you want to believe. But there are still people out there that want to believe a certain narrative, in particular Aaron's early narrative, that left out a lot of facts that he later expanded upon, especially in the interviews that he did with Captain Tommy and with Rabbit. And I've covered those in excruciating detail, so I'm not going to address them now. But if you want to ignore all that evidence because it makes you feel better in a previously held view of the situation, then there's nothing that I can do to change your mind. You're going to believe what you want to believe, and the rest of us will hopefully believe something that is more along the lines of an accurate accounting of the events. Again, all of the parties involved have moved on. They're no longer talking about the situation because there's no reason to. Hopefully Aaron is successful in creating a new foundation, and I hope that everyone involved crafts bylaws and other operating documents for their organizations which more clearly spell out what is expected of members of the board of directors and what things can get somebody removed, among other housekeeping fixes that need to be added to their documents. Okay, I'm going to close up here. I appreciate your time. I'll continue to look at various aspects of Scientology, but I encourage everyone, let's try to be more positive. We're a few days away from a new year. Let's enter the new year in the most positive vein that we can. Every creator on YouTube likes to get comments, but whether you're commenting on my channel or someone else's, ask yourself, is my comment moving the needle of positivity in the world? Or is it just bottled up negativity that I haven't dealt with within myself and I'm just releasing into the world? Maybe the comment section of YouTube isn't the place for you to be coping with your issues. Good luck, everyone. Thank you so much for everyone's support so far and continuing to support me. I appreciate it, and I hope that you have a great day and a positive new year.